Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fan Day UK. How's it going? Hopefully, you guys doing okay. We're just getting started for match watch along. Bournemouth taking on Manchester City. So the question is, guys, can Bournemouth cause an upset? Obviously, Man City on a bit of a roll at the minute with the way they're playing. So the question is, can Bournemouth do anything to curb Manchester City's momentum? So there you go, guys. You can see the team news on the screen. Bournemouth going with five at the back, four in midfield, one up front, and City going with four at the back, five in midfield, and one up front. But obviously, with the way City play, you would expect Jack Grealish and Phil Foden to be sprinting forward to assist Haaland. So that can switch to three up front, obviously. So yeah, should be an interesting game, guys. Let's see how it goes. Can Bournemouth create an upset? So, yeah, there's the team news. Let's go quickly see who's in the chat before the game kicks off. Um, Looks like a good attendance as well, as you would expect. Bournemouth, not a big stadium, so it's packed out. Good attendance from the home fans. And I imagine a pretty decent attendance from the away fans as well, although I can't see that on screen at the minute. Could just see the home fans. So yeah, guys, just hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. Let's hear from you. See who we've got in the chat early on. Aaron, how's it going, Aaron? Long time no see. Not spoke to you for a while on the channel, mate. Hope things are good with you. Aaron saying, "All right, guys, mate. How are you doing? I'm not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Yourself? Um, Let us know if you've got a score prediction. Not sure. Obviously, I didn't manage to do the 3 o'clock kickoff today because of getting in late from work. So I'm not sure of um, all the other results this afternoon. I'm just going to quickly have a look because I'm curious to see. All right, yeah. Oh, yeah. Your team had a tough one today, Aaron. Um, what's your thoughts on that result today, mate? That's a tough one that to take 4-0 to Ross County. That's um, not an easy result to swallow. Obviously, you guys have been struggling quite a bit with results recently, so be interesting to hear your thoughts on it. If you're still there, Aaron, obviously, like I say, mate, just check your result today, and that's a tough one to swallow. But obviously, it is an away game, so it's always going to be harder and more difficult to get results away from home, as I'm sure you're aware. But yeah, was there any particular reason you guys had that tough that conceded that many goals away from home? Do you have injury concerns or uh, maybe a red card or something in that game that created problems for you guys? Let us know if you can, mate. But thanks for that, Aaron. Good to see you. Stevie is with us. How's it going, Stevie? Always good to have you with us, mate. Stevie saying hi, Gaz. How's it going, Stevie? Yeah, I'm good, thanks, and I hope you're doing good today, mate. Obviously, apologies for the earlier uh, confusion with the earlier kickoff. I was expecting to be home earlier, so all I could do is apologise for that, Stevie. um, we have just kicked off, guys. We have just kicked off. Just sorry about that, guys. Just adjusting the volume there. So yes, thanks, Stevie. Aaron is saying hoping a 1-0 Bournemouth win today. Mate, don't want City to win. No, I can understand that, mate. Like I say, this I think I think City have surprised a few people because they looked like they were dropping off at one point in the season, but they've managed to storm back into it, picking up results, and obviously the result they got against Arsenal pulled them straight back into the title race. So I'm sure you're not alone. I know you're not alone from speaking to uh, other guys in the chat in previous shows that quite a few fans don't want to see City win it again this season. And to be fair, I am one of them. I've nothing against City, but it would be nice to win, see a different club win it. To be fair, so I do agree with you there, mate. Um, Aaron's also saying, yeah, mate. For me, manager got to go. Too many inconsistencies. Results. Result. Sorry, too many inconsistent results. Now team playing terribly from first minute to the last. Think our fans will start protesting for the manager to go. How long has he been at the club, Aaron? If you don't mind me asking, has he been? I'm not sure. Obviously, um, difficult to keep up with every club and the managerial change. But how long's he actually been at the club? Because I'm sure I might be getting confused with another Scottish club. But didn't you guys make a managerial change earlier this season, or am I getting? Like I said, I might get a bit getting confused with another Scottish club. But yeah, um, it'd be interesting to judge, like say, how long he's been at the club. Because one thing I've said about managers, obviously, yes, I've no problem with fans calling for managers to be sacked, but I don't. I'm not a big fan of calling for managers to be sacked too early. I think they should be given some time. Um, and we've just had an early opportunity there from Manchester City, but it's gone high and wide over the bar. So, yep. Like I say, if you could, Aaron, just let us know. I'll obviously share my thoughts if I just if you could answer that question, mate, with regards to how long the manager's been there. Because, like I said, I don't want to judge him too harshly if he's only been there 5 minutes. Stephen Allen is saying, "No worries, mate. Work is work. Yeah, it is. It is just a bit frustrating when you can't get things to click into place, but I'm sure you understand that, Stevie. You've heard me moaning about it plenty of times with the difficulties to fit the live streams in around work. But thanks for that, mate. Thanks for that. Aaron is saying, at least I have Man United to be proud of. I'm confident Man United will win tomorrow. We played well against Barcelona on Thursday. Um, yeah, like I say, you guys have been improving results a lot recently. So I think Man United definitely um, in a good position to have a good season this year. With obviously, I think a lot of people had wrote Man United off earlier in the season with the problems with Ronaldo and the manager. And well, obviously, not too much problems with the manager, but the problems with the manager came through obviously the issues with Ronaldo. Um, so obviously that I think that created a bit of a bit of a I'm trying to think of the right word. Sorry, guys. It created a bit of a drama that wasn't needed, wasn't it? And it was a lot of it was circulated around Ronaldo, but it added more pressure to the manager at that time. So, I think in fairness, um, United have done really well since Ronaldo have gone. They've got results improving. The manager seems to be getting the players on board and getting the players on side, so to speak. And it's been a lot better. It's been a lot better. So yeah, you're right, Aaron. It's for United fans, that's plenty to be pleased about with results improving and looking like the manager is starting to get his ideas across. So yeah, but yeah, I'd love to know, like I say, but back to your point about Dundee United. Like I say, if you could let me know how long the manager's been there, that'd be helpful, so I can maybe give you an opinion on it. But yeah. thanks for that, Aaron. You're right though with United. Lionel Thompson, how's it going? Lionel, welcome to the show, mate. Lionel saying hello, Aaron. How's it going? Um, yeah, Aaron. Obviously, well, I'm sure we'll answer you there. Aaron saying I'm pretty sure he joined in October or something, mate. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have a look now, mate. No worries. So he has actually only come to the club this season then. Um, what when he come in, Aaron? Did he have a good reaction from the players when he first took over? I presume the results have dipped recently, or did it start pretty much from when he come in as he struggled to get the team playing, to get the team buying into his ideas? That's what I'm trying to get at. Obviously, October doesn't sound too long at all, does it? But I have been watching you guys' results over the last a few weeks. Um, and they have been, they have been pretty poor, really, because obviously you guys. I know you're still quite new to the Scottish Premiership, but I would have thought you guys would be, would be starting to establish yourselves as a Premiership team. But as you will know yourself, your results this season have been really, really uh, I would say below standard because you guys, when you first came into into the Premiership, Scottish Premiership, you guys were doing okay. You were picking up results. You were doing well. You're giving a good account of yourself. I think you finished mid-table or something first season, um, and came close to challenging for Europe as well. I think didn't you have a spell in Europe as well, if I'm remembering correctly? I'm sure you had you did get a little taste of Europe. I'm sure you did, or I may be getting confused. There's so many clubs I'm trying to keep an eye on at the minute. I might be getting confused. But the point what I'm making is that you guys, when you came up to the Premiership, you look quite well. You look quite organised. You look like you had the foundations of a good team. And with a few good additions, guys could make a statement. But obviously, what you're telling me about the manager doesn't sound good. Um, and obviously, like I say, with the club with the club not getting good results, I've got to ask the question. Obviously, the manager's only been there since October. Do you really feel the problem is the manager? I mean, obviously, fans are going to automatically call for the manager's head if the results are keep getting defeats and defeats. But I'm just asking, do you feel that whether it's a problem with the board, because the board are the people that pick the manager, they're the ones that employ the manager. So are they making bad mistakes with the managerial selections or managers that they're picking? Because, like I say, I'd have to look at your club's managerial history to be fair to judge that. But I like to chuck it out there because a lot of fans do like to just point the finger at the manager, and sometimes that is fair. Sometimes that is fair. I agree, but sometimes you have to look at the board as well as the players as well, and ask the question: are the players the right players for the club? Are they buying into the manager's ideas? Are they working hard enough? And are the board making the right decisions? So yeah, um, but yeah, thanks for that, Aaron. I like I say, mate, I'm just trying to get a clearer picture of it to, like I say, to understand why you guys are having a tough time at the minute. Aaron's also saying, "Hello, Lionel. I'm good, mate. Disappointed about my team. How's it going for you? Yeah, I'm sure you are disappointed about your team, Aaron. Rightly so. How's it going, Joey? Welcome to the show, mate. Joey saying, "Afternoon, guys, mate. How are you doing?" I'm not too bad, mate. Yeah, not too bad. I'm a bit frustrated with getting home from work late today because I was hoping to do a 3 o'clock kickoff, but unfortunately, it didn't work my way today. But I can't be helped. It's just one of those things. But yeah, I'm good. Thanks, Joey. Hope you're okay, mate. Have you got your lucky pants on ready for Liverpool playing later, or are you saving it? Are you not putting them on until after Man City, until after the Man City's game? I'd be that superstitious, mate, not to put them on before until the actual kickoff to keep the good luck for your own team. But yeah, I'm good, thanks, Joey. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing all right as well, mate. Lionel's saying, also, Gaz, I left you a message yesterday. I appreciate you not being able to reply because you've been busy a lot. But I sent you a message saying I got tickets for Plymouth away, and I'll send it in a fan clip. Yeah, I did see on my phone that you'd sent a message. I've just been really busy the last couple of days. If you can see, I've not even been on the channel for the last 2 days because I've been busy. I'm trying to get on as much as possible, obviously, but sometimes just work commitments just take priority, and it's been a bit of a crazy week this week for me. So yeah, I will get back to you. I will check your message and reply. And like I say, it's not just you. There's a few people that have messaged me. I think I've just not had a chance to get back to anyone. I only nipped on. I didn't even go on Instagram yesterday. I don't think because I was that busy. So yeah, um, I will get back to you when I go on Instagram later. Not a problem. Where was I up to now? I hate this message thing. It loses me straight away. But just to let you know, guys, sorry while I was replying to those comments, Man City have taken the lead. Ball in from the out from this near side, crossed into the box, and then a bit of a melee in the box, but eventually just tapped in. I'm just trying. I think it was Haaland that's tapped it in. No, I think Haaland took the shot. Yeah, Haaland took the shot, and then his shot has kind of ricocheted off the goal, and one of the other City players has tapped it in. I can't see who it is. My apologies, guys. Sorry, I've just cut that out. There we were. So yeah, no worries, Lionel. Like I say, I'll check the messages later on and get back to you. Like I said, I didn't even go on Instagram yesterday, so there's probably a couple of messages that I missed. Or I might have briefly gone on last night. I can't remember. But yeah, it's just been a crazy few days. Like I say, I will reply to messages. Just to let you guys know, if I don't always get back to you on social media, I will. I don't ignore messages. It's just sometimes I'm busy, so I don't want to reply to messages that I'm going to end up getting into a conversation with when I just haven't got the time to have that conversation. So I normally sometimes if I'm really busy, I'll just leave the messages until I've actually got time to reply and actually get involved in a conversation. So yeah, don't worry if I don't always get back to you straight away. Um, Lionel's also saying I'll get a fan clip for it and I'll send it in. It's in for you as a fan clip. How comes? I've got to ask the question, Lionel. Why are you not putting it on your own channel? Have you got? Are you going to a game, mate? Why not put it on your own channel? Um, Obviously, I want fans to share stuff and put fan clips on the channel. You guys are well aware of that, but obviously, I know you're also a YouTuber, so just curious why you're not putting it on your own channel. But yeah, like I say, I will reply to your message later when I'm finished with the live streaming. But thanks for that, Lionel. Lionel also saying, yeah, Aaron disappointed at Derby as well, lost 4-1, beat best play better when I go up to Plymouth. Um, yeah, there was quite a few surprise results. I don't think the only team to drop points today. Plymouth dropped points today as well, didn't they? The only team I'm not sure about is how Ipswich got on today, but I know Sheffield won. Sheffield Wednesday won today. Bolton won today. Plymouth dropped points today, and Derby lost today. And I'm not the only team I'm not sure about that's up there in the League One, top of the League One table is like I say is Ipswich because I've not seen their result. But so if any of you guys know how Ipswich got on, let me know. I can have a quick look, obviously, but just trying to um, concentrate on the comments at the moment. So the ball at the minute with Bournemouth deep inside their own half, guys. 16 minutes gone in the game. Bournemouth looking to move forward with the ball. I don't understand that. They've just passed it all the way back to the goalkeeper, which is really strange. When there was actually deep inside Manchester City's half, which is really unusual. But City now looking to pressure Bournemouth again on the edge of their box. So I'll come back to that in a moment, guys. City just passing it about outside midway inside Bournemouth's half of the pitch. So not much to really talk about at the moment. Aaron is saying our manager joined in September, mate. So he seemed to have enough time to keep us up. We currently 4 points off second bottom, mate. Looks like we are going down. Right, well, let's just have a quick look. What's going on with the right? Yes, so I'm just having a quick look now, so we can figure this out a bit, get a bit better understanding of it. Apologies, guys. Yeah, we are focused on the challenge. Just quickly having a look at this because obviously I've not just the last couple of weeks not had a chance to cover much Scottish football, but that's because the kickoff times are always all the games are always really grouped together. It's not like the English leagues in Scotland where the games get spaced out a lot more. They do occasionally in Scotland, but most of the time, a lot of the games are all. They all come at the same time. Like today, I think there was 5 games today for Scottish Premiership. And they all kicked off at 3 o'clock. Bear in mind, there's only 6 games that can be played in the Scottish Championship, Scottish Premiership, because there's only 12 clubs in it. So yeah, I can see Dundee. Oh yeah, what's going on there with Dundee? That is really bad. Yeah, you guys 5 defeats in a row. That's well, normally, sorry, Aaron. Normally, I would try and be positive and obviously give you guys something to grab hold of. I was doing it the other day with one of the Leeds fans on social media that was feeling pretty down with his team. And then normally, like I say, I always try and put you guys up when you're down about your team, especially with games left of the season. Um, but I'm sorry, Aaron. There's not much I could do to say to cheer you up, mate. Like you say, it does look like you're going to go down because there is 5 defeats in a row, and that's just what I'm seeing on my screen here. So it's 26 games played, so you've still got a game in hand. So I suppose that's a little tiny glimmer of positivity. But you've only won 5 games, drawn 5, and lost 16. So yeah, that as much as I'd love to try and point out the positives, Aaron, I've got to agree with you, mate. That is definitely relegation form. Um, so I think if the club are going to make a managerial change, it's got to come quick. It's got to come quick, like you say, because with that kind of run of results, it doesn't look like the manager's going to turn things around, does it? It really doesn't. So I agree. To be fair, I'm not a big fan of managers getting sacked after such a short space of time. But them results don't look good. The 5 defeats in a row, that is definitely. You'd expect, even a glimmer of hope, a draw or something. But yeah, I'd like to say, Matt, I'm stumped. I'm stumped. Normally, like I say, when you guys, your teams are doing bad, I can normally pick some out to give you some kind of positivity to grab hold of, to look to, to try and enjoy the rest of the season and have some hope. But with that kind of form, like you say, I've got to agree with you. It does look like you guys might need to change manager because I know that's showing the last 5 results. But I know you guys have been struggling since before Christmas for picking up any kind of decent results. So yeah, um, that would indicate, like you said, I think the best option is that a club make a change so that it gives you guys a fighting chance before the season runs out, basically. Sorry to sorry to be the doom of prophecy that Aaron, but I've got not many times I agree with fans when they say they're relegated at this time of the season. But if you guys stick with the manager that you've got, I've got to agree. It does look like you're going down. Aaron is also saying, hopefully Derby win. I've had a lot of respect for Derby since all the financial issues. Yeah, I think to be fair, Derby punching above their weight. To be fair, normally I know that other clubs that have gone through the same sort of financial problems as Derby, have struggled when they first drop out of the whatever league it is they drop out of. Like for example, Derby dropped out the Championship into League One. So I think a lot of other clubs have struggled um, when they've had that financial. The first season or so, it's like a rebuild and a lot of players coming in and going out. The same thing happened with my club, Bolton. It took Bolton best part of 2 seasons just to start putting an half decent team together. But I don't know the exact scenario with Derby, but I know when Bolton ended up in the same circumstances, Bolton ended up with only five first team players left in the squad, first team players, and two of those were goalkeepers. So we only had three outfield players. So when Bolton finally got the new owners, they had to completely rebuild the team. Um, they had to play, I think we played about 4 or 5 games with a youth team because we were struggling that badly for players. So I'm not sure if Derby ended up in the same similar scenario. I know they went for a similar scenario financially, but I'm not sure if they went that drastic with the players. But but yeah, I would say Derby, considering they were only in financial trouble last season, I think they're doing quite well this season. Like I say, it normally takes a season or two just to rebalance the squad, and obviously sometimes also a question of picking the right manager as well to get that balance right in the squad. So yeah, I think Derby fans, no matter what the result was today or any other day, I think right now they should be just buzzing that they're giving a good account of themselves after the difficulties the club has faced. So yeah, fair enough, that Aaron. Aaron also saying, "Yeah, mate, we played fantastic against Barcelona. I was shocked. Ten Hag doing incredible now. He's turned Fred into a good player. Fred was a good player, though. To be fair, mate, Fred. When Fred first came in, I think a lot of fans rated him, and he did have a good first period when he first come in, and then he seemed to dip off, didn't he? He seemed to start struggling, and had a really bad spell last season. So yeah, I don't think he's a bad player. I think you've just hit the nail on the head there, Aaron. To be fair, mate. Um, players. I think a lot of good players in the team sometimes, but it's whether that manager can put an arm around that player and get the best out of them, and encourage the best out of them. You got to think that players are human beings, so they're going to respond if they feel loved and appreciated by the manager and encouraged by the manager. They're gonna show their best form, aren't they? They're going to play well. But if players don't feel like they're valued by the manager, they're going to get the ump. And that's always the difficult balance when managers come in, is to whether they get enough of the players on side. So yeah, that's a good observation, Aaron. To be fair, mate, but like I said, I think Fred was playing okay before that. Lionel saying, "I respect that, Aaron. Yes, I agree. The team needs to be better for Dundee because Warner joined Derby in September as well, and he's been great." Sorry, I just read the team needs. Sorry, I'm confused there because you've not. I think it's because you've not put a full stop in it, on it. I think you meant to. That's meant to be a separate sentence in it. Um, but like I said, I've just, as I said, just commented on Derby and Dundee. I presume you're talking about Dundee United there, Lionel. You have to be specific when it comes to the Dundee clubs. Some Dundee fans would prefer that you be specific because there's two clubs. One's Dundee, one's Dundee United. So yeah, but like yeah, yeah, you're right. The team needs to be better. But as we were just discussing, I think it's becoming evident that quite a bit of it's because of the manager in it. Obviously the problems that's going on there at Dundee United is looking like the manager. But I would also suggest that if the players are not playing for the manager, then you also got to ask the question: um, are the players buying into the manager's idea, and have the board picked the right manager for the club? An opportunity there for Man City, and they've scored. Manchester City has scored a second, guys. But yeah, like I say, yeah, can't argue with that, Lionel. To be fair, that's a fair statement, mate. bear with me a second, guys. So we're just coming up to the half-hour mark as Man City have scored the second goal. So long ball forward down that far side, crossed into the box, and two players fighting for it at the back post were a Bournemouth player and a City player. Um, and the City players just managed to knock it back towards goal, and Haaland has tapped it in with nobody challenging him. But difficult. It was always going to be a difficult game. This one for Bournemouth. Maggie, how's it going, Maggie? Welcome to the show, mate. Great to have you with us. Maggie's saying hi, Fanden. Good win for us today. Absolutely, mate. Yes. 2-1. Unfortunately, I missed the game because of being at work. But yeah, good 2-1 win. And we keep climbing up that table, keep edging our way up to the table. Hopefully, my hope. Um, don't really want to focus too much on the other teams around us, but if we keep picking up the wins, then we could potentially get into the automatic playoff. Sorry, the automatic promotion places, which would be awesome. Because I'd rather that than go through the playoffs, as I'm sure you agree, mate. And plus, we got a cup final to play as well, so we don't really want the extra games of playoff at the end of the season if we can help it. But yeah, long may it continue, mate. We're doing really well. I'm really impressed with the manager. Uh, Ian Evatt he's getting the players. All the players seem to be buying into his idea. He's got a real togetherness going on in our squad at the minute, and I'm buzzing. It's really nice to see. It's been a while, hasn't it, mate, since we've seen this kind of togetherness in the Bolton dressing room. So yeah, I think in arguments, arguably, we could say the last time we seen this kind of positivity and togetherness in the Bolton dressing room was probably back when Big Sam was in charge, which is years ago now, isn't it? So yeah, I hope you're feeling as positive about it as I am, Maggie, because I'm definitely enjoying this season. I didn't think I'd say that about being in League One, that I'm enjoying the season, but yeah, it's going really well for Bolton this season. So thanks for that, Maggie. Good to have you with us, mate. Aaron's saying, yeah, mate, we have yeah, mate. We had a decent run when he joined. We had a decent run beating Aberdeen and Kilmarnock 4-0 and beating decent teams. Since then, our form went down badly, and we're losing away. Sorry, we're losing every week. Um, Yeah, as I just said, I just looked at your league form, mate, the league position, and I agree. I don't often agree, Aaron. I ask the guys that come in on the channel regular. I don't often agree with fans calling for managers to be sacked, but with looking at your results and how bad they are, and the fact that this is the second manager of the season for you guys, and you're sitting rock bottom of the league, with it not looking like no sign of picking up points to improve your chances of staying up, then I've got to agree. The odds are stacked against the manager, and but I would suggest, like I say, I would stress the point that Dundee United fans shouldn't just be calling for the manager. They should be calling for answers from the board as well, because they've made that change. So they've lost faith in the first manager of the season early on, and then now they've brought in another manager. He's not getting it right. So that's two managerial decisions that the club have got wrong. Um, so obviously and every managerial change they make is wasting the budget of your club, mate. That's the way you got to look at it, and that's why I think fans should be holding boards to a better account, because especially in your scenario in the Scottish Premiership, money's tight anyway. So you guys are going to have a tighter transfer budget next season because the club's having to sack and pay off managers and invest in new managers, and that's going to take a pretty decent chunk out the club's budget. So yeah, like I say, mate, you won't often hear me agreeing with fans that they need a managerial change, but in Dundee United's case, I can't disagree. Aaron is also saying, "Thanks, mate. Yeah, I like Derby. You obviously read that before, so my apologies." Aaron also saying, "Yeah, mate, you're right. We were against AZ Alkmaar, who we beat at home and then got beat 7-0 away." Yes, I remember it now. I was just confused with I'm sure you guys know one season sometimes blends into another season. Was that last season you guys were playing in Europe? In Europe, I think, or was it this year? Like I say, it just all blurs together sometimes, so it gets a bit confusing. But the fact of the matter is, you guys had a taste of Europe, and it's the first time you've been in Europe for a long time. If you've been in it before, I'm not sure if the club's actually been in Europe before, but yeah, it was your first time that being involved in it as representing Scotland for as a new club coming into it into the Europa Conference League. So um, I think you guys just like I said to you, I think I said it to you at the time. Just enjoy the experience. Europe's a tricky thing. You need to gain some experience in it to get better and get results. But yeah, I genuinely hope, Aaron, that results improve for you guys because I think I've said this to you before, and this is an honest opinion. I think Dundee United could be, with the right manager and the right players, I think you guys could be a real asset to the Scottish Premiership. Um, Lionel's saying, same here with Dundee United, Aaron. I feel bad for your club, but at the moment, I know you're financial I know you're financially okay, but the manager and the players uh, are underachieving. Um, well, yeah, absolutely, yeah, that's spot on. Bournemouth now trying to attack down this near side, but really unlucky there for Bournemouth. But Man City closing the space and knocking the ball out for a throw in deep inside their own half to Bournemouth. But Bournemouth could potentially take advantage of this with a long throw in. Um, we'll see what happens from the throw in a second, guys. Oh, shot comes in. Blocked by the keeper. So yeah, absolutely, Lionel. Yeah, got to agree with that. I think I'm not sure what the situation financially is for Dundee right now, but I know it was pretty bad when they first came up into the Premiership because of Hearts creating problems with the fact that, well, I'm sure Aaron is well aware of that with the problems with Hearts. They dragged a court case out challenging the SPFL about being relegated, and ended up with a couple of other clubs being dragged into it, and Dundee United was one of those clubs. So you guys didn't get into the Scottish. Well, they did. I thought that Dundee United were really unfairly to be dragged into that because you guys won the Scottish Championship that season very comfortably. Very strong season for Dundee United that season, but that put some strain on the club financially at the time. So I'm not sure exactly how much Dundee United have recovered from that. Hopefully, they have recovered from it. But like I say, the money is so tight up in Scotland that that took a big chunk out of Dundee United's budget. I remember the club coming out at the time saying about it and expressing that to the fans that they were disappointed to be dragged into the whole legal wranglings of it because it was going to cost the club money. I'm not sure actually. Aaron, did you ever hear anything about that? Did the club ever manage to claim any kind of compensation against Hearts for all that? I've never heard nothing about it since. I'm sure you might have, obviously, being up there, that the club may have said something, but yeah, that was quite. I felt that was quite unfair at the time, but like I said, just pointing that out because it put you guys under financial strain, didn't it, at the time? Um, Aaron saying, "Yeah, mate, it's not been a great time, uh, but I'll go to every game, home and away. My team, no matter what. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Stick with them through thick and thin. That's spot on. That Aaron, got to agree with that, mate. Um, I don't, you don't need to be telling me anyway, mate. I've known you for a while, so I know you're very passionate Dundee United fan. So yeah, absolutely. Stick with your team through thick and thin, as the saying goes. So totally agree with you on that, mate. And massive respect for that as well. Aaron also saying, I think it's half time and half. I think it's half and half. Sometimes some players who were fantastic last season, like Charlie Mulgrew, have been terrible this season. The manager is struggling. If we're losing, he doesn't make. Uh, right. So if we're losing, he doesn't make subs, mate. Sorry, guys. It's got the stupid arrow thing covering the bottom of the messages at the minute. Um, that's really unusual if that's the case, mate. Well, then, if he's not making subs, that's more encouragement that the board should make a change, then, isn't it? Because if he's not prepared to make subs, if he's not prepared to, try and change the team when it's not working, then what's he doing there? You've got to ask that question, haven't you? Manager's supposed to be there to manage the team, pick the right team, and then if it's not working in the game, make changes. Opportunity there for City, crossed into the box, headed back towards goal. But in the end, it's a comfortable save for the goalkeeper. But yeah, that's really strange, that Aaron. If that is the case, is that I take it? Obviously, I'm presuming that's quite regular. If you're making a statement like that, that's actually quite regular. That the manager's not making changes. So yeah, uh, like I say, that would well, if he's not prepared to make the changes and call the shots and try and give Dundee United a fighting chance by changing it and accepting that he made the mistakes with his initial selection, then he's not allowing himself to be accountable. Or he's trying to not allow himself to be accountable. He's trying to. That would indicate to me that he's trying to make the players accountable. So yeah, um, at the end of the day, we all want players to be accountable, but a manager always has to give the impression that they're prepared to take the criticism and stuff like that to take the pressure off the players. Um, and maybe the players feel like the manager's hanging them out to dry. If the manager's not prepared to make subs, that's really unusual. I've never heard that before. That manager doesn't make subs. So yeah, thanks for that, Aaron. Appreciate that info, mate. Rich Post Sports, how's it going, Richard? Good to see you, mate. Rich Post Sports saying hi, Fanden. I joined 14 minutes into the coverage. What's the latest? Can I join at the break? Um, yeah, I'd have to send you the link. At the minute, it's 2-0. Just coming up to 43 minutes gone. Um, sorry, guys. No challenge there. I'd have to send you the link, but I thought you said you didn't like this platform. You said you didn't like that it was thingy. I don't know what you said. It worked for you last time or something, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I can send you the link, and you can come on and talk some football if you want, mate. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Um, Stevie, if you're there, obviously I'll need some help with sorting that in a second. So I'll come back to that in a sec. Aaron is saying when we lose, he's a bit like Klopp. He makes a lot of excuses. Make sorry guys. When he loses, he's a bit like Klopp. He makes a lot of excuses, mate, about the grass and everything. Recently, he's a bit out of his depth. Fans are demanding for the owners supporting director to sorry, fans are demanding for the owner and the sporting director to leave. Ah, right. Well, that's definitely interesting. Oh, there goes City with a third. Is it Phil Foden that scored that? I think it's Phil Foden that's got a third for Manchester City. Spare me a second, guys. The same old scenario here, guys. Bournemouth have fallen into that trap of passing it about at the back in a dangerous area. Manchester City have kept the pressure on. They've pressed from the front, and eventually they pressed Bournemouth into a mistake. Bournemouth have tried to clear the ball along their back line to try and relieve the pressure, but by doing that, there was big gaps in their back line. Which Man City have exploited. And Phil Foden has run onto that and just slammed it straight into the back of the goal. But the reason I'm pointing that out, guys, is because we keep seeing this. We keep seeing that teams, the more I do these live streams, the more it's becoming noticeable how many teams are making mistakes and conceding goals through this passing it around at the back. Even Manchester City, who are good at it, have conceded goals by doing it. So I don't understand, guys, why this is so fashionable at the minute to be playing this style of football, passing it out, playing out from the back, playing out from the back, and not when you can see the mistakes. If I can see it just as a normal fan watching all these match watch-alongs, how is the coaches not seeing it? They're supposed to analyse game footage after games and stuff like that to look for the mistakes, and that is there, clear and obvious to see for everybody. That many teams, particularly in the Premier League, are making these mistakes, playing out from the back and conceding goals because they're not. All it takes is when you play out from the back, all it takes to counterbalance that is a team that's prepared to press from the front. If the opposition is prepared to work hard and press from the front, uh, then you're going to find yourself in trouble, and that's exactly what Bournemouth have just done. Like I said, even Manchester City, who we consider to be good at playing out from the back, even they have conceded goals by that mistake, by conceding, by playing it about the back, tippy tappy football at the back in the back line, and it's cost them in the long run because other teams tried to press them, close the space as well, and that puts pressure on, and that's where the mistakes come. So I don't get why so many teams keep doing it. It's a tactic, yes. It's a tactic that should be used. I agree, yes, but it should be used in moderation and also in taking into account of the team that you're playing against. Why Bournemouth would be using that tactic against Manchester City is beyond me. For a club like Bournemouth, the best tactic that they could use against Manchester City is got to be said. It's going to be either down the wings at speed, or it's going to be the long ball tactic because they're not going to get a lot of possession because Manchester City is so good on the ball. But one thing Manchester City don't like is balls in the air. They don't like balls in the air. They don't like when you kick it long and they create panic in their defence. They don't like that. They're a team that like to keep the ball on the ground, play it about, and beat you by playing football, by keeping the ball on the ground. So when you're playing against a superior team like that, you've got to use everything to your advantage. I know long ball football, long balls up the field is not very popular these days, but if you're playing against a team that is far more superior, then who cares what the media's criticism of it is? You use what tactics are going to help you get the result. So I cannot get my head around so many teams, especially clubs like Bournemouth, playing out from the back. It is absolutely bizarre. Right. So yes, sorry. Back to your comment, Aaron. Aaron saying about well, I'm not sure about the comparison to Klopp, mate. I think I've got to be honest. I think managers will use that tactic to deflect away from their players. They will use the tactic of uh, you know the pitch or the this or the. Where's that comment gone? I just lost my comment.
Fandin UK joined.
Where did my comment go? What happened there? Sorry, guys. Just had a grumbling problem there. I don't know what happened then. Where was I up to? Just bear with me a second, guys. Just trying to figure out where I was up to. Ah, that's where I was up to. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Why have I got another screen on here? I'm not sure what's going on there. Um, Stevie, have you given out the link on the chat for Richard? Um, I keep having something come up there, but sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. There's a problem going on here. I'm not sure what it is, but Stevie, if you still Stevie, if you're there, mate, let me know if you give out the link in the stream because I'm getting some kind of gremlins going on here. Aaron is obviously saying about Klopp. Sorry about that, Aaron. Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure about the comparison to Klopp, though, mate, because I think, as I was just trying to say, that I think a good manager will use everything they can to protect the players. I know we don't like to hear poor excuses and stuff like that, and I am in agreement with that. But any good manager is going to use excuses about the pitch, about the opposition, to not criticise their players. You've got to think that these managers they want to keep the players on side, and as we've seen previously, look at Mourinho, perfect example. Used to come out regularly criticising his players, and eventually he'd lose the dressing room. And he'd lose the dressing room because the players would lose respect for him because they felt that he was hanging them out to dry. So yeah, like I say, Aaron, I'm not sure if that's a fair judgment to criticise it or make the comparison to Klopp, but I take that. I take it that's the way you look at it, obviously, as a United fan, which is fair enough. Um, but yeah, that's interesting to hear that the fans are demanding owners and sports directors to leave. Well, I had some enough of something else. All right, why? All right, all right. Well, sorry, guys. Sorry, we're trying to sort out the link for Richard to join, but we're having a problem with it. Um, but yeah, I think that's like I say, mate, I think that's good. That's good to hear that the fans are calling that on the sporting director to leave, or to sporting directors to be accountable. I agree with that. That's good to hear that fans have recognised that it's not all the manager and the players. So that's refreshing to hear that, mate. So yeah, thanks for that, Aaron. Like I say, I do hope results improve for you guys very soon because, like I've said a couple of times, I think you guys would be a good addition to the Scottish Premiership when you're in good form. Lionel is saying, also think it's great how you're supporting your club home and away, no matter what as well. Aaron I'd do the same for Derby if I was closer and would go to a lot more games if it was near. If I was near other clubs. Yeah, well, obviously, it's all depends what you got going on in your life. Some fans can. It's like me when I was younger. I used to attend a lot of games because the circumstances suited in my life. Now I'm older, the circumstances don't suit for a variety of reasons, and it can happen the other way around when you're younger. If you don't live in the right place to support your team, it can work against you. So, um, won't worry about it, Lionel. There'll be plenty of time for you to go to more games. I'm sure in the future when you get a bit older, and I'm sure you went to a few when you was living nearer to Derby. So yeah, not to worry. But these things are sent as a challenge. Joey's saying, Maggie, you're right. Defo not put them on while other clubs put them on while other clubs. Did I miss something there? Did Maggie put a comment in that I missed? No, no. Um, so Joey's saying, you're right, not put them on while other big clubs playing. Yeah, I know. obviously, I still maybe I have to tick off the other ones, mate. Maybe I have to tick off just wear the new Lucky Pants because obviously I don't know if you was wearing both the old Lucky Pants and the new Lucky Pants the other night. Um, but they weren't working for you very well against Real Madrid. Unfortunately, I was so gutted with that game. I really was. I really hope Liverpool can pull off a shocker in that in the second leg and give Real Madrid a massive piece of humble pie. I know it's a long shot, difficult to go over there and turn that round, but I would love to see it do it. And I hope the Liverpool players are determined to go over there and try and rescue the situation at least, or at least rescue some professional pride. Um, but yeah, no worries, Joey. Like I say, absolutely agree with that. Save the lucky pants for your own team playing. Actually, while I'm on here, can I? Lionel Thompson. Well, Lionel Thompson saying to answer that question, Gaz, I will be and trying to make it into a match day vlog, and I'll send in a clip for you as well. Um, well, no worries. Like I say, I'll speak to you. I'll speak to you about it on social media. Not a problem. I will get back to your reply to your message as later on as soon as I can. When I'm finished with the streams, not a problem. But yeah, um, yeah. Like I say, hope yeah everything's going well with your channel. Good luck with it. Aaron is saying, I'm going to a United game next week, mate. Next week, mate. V's Aberdeen. I can send you in a fan clip of our fans getting behind the team. Yeah, well, yeah, that'd be great, mate. You guys are always, like I say, always welcome to send in fan clips. And as I said, it's just one way of trying to involve you guys in the channel. Um, Once I get my head around more of this technology, there'll be other stuff that I'm trying to do to get you guys involved in the channel as well. Um, but the minute it's proving quite difficult with in some cases. But yeah, that'd be great, Aaron. And like I say, I've spoke to you about this about fan clips before. I think it was over Christmas or something, but I think at the time you were busy with other stuff. So yeah. But not to worry, yeah. If you get the chance, that'd be great. But if not, no problem, mate. Like I say, fans, you always try to help you guys get involved in the channel. And as you know, I always give you credit for the clip. Um, so that you guys get a mention, and hopefully it also helps you guys either get followers or subscribers, whatever it is that you're building, whether it's an Instagram account or a YouTube channel. Those of you that I get on with and work well with, always try to help you out back. So yeah, thanks for that, Aaron. That'd be great. Stevie's saying Ipswich won 1-0 away to MK Dons. Oh, did they? Oh, not to worry. And like I said, I don't too particularly get stuck too much on other clubs' results. I prefer to look at my own club, particularly in the lower leagues. Just see that my own club get the wins, get the points, and you know if your own club's doing well, then you don't need to worry about other clubs' results. So hopefully Bolton keep picking up the wins, and then won't have to worry too much about other clubs' results. But thanks for that, Stevie. Will Bertham, how's it going, Will? Welcome to the show. Will's saying just got back from the Baggies. What a win! Yeah, I've not seen the result for you guys today. Like I say, I missed all the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Unfortunately, I was gutted because I was planning to stream um, one of the games I had it planned, I had it all set up, ready to go, but unfortunately I had to cancel it. But I'm just having a quick look now what your result was. 2-0 to you guys and a 3 o'clock kickoff as well. So I'm sure you're buzzing about that. Will, obviously, Will becoming very frustrated at the minute with his club being very popular with a certain TV company wanting to change the fixtures around all the time. So, yeah, I'm sure you are buzzing today to have a normal 3 o'clock kickoff, Will, with the team you love being West Brom. So, yeah, thanks for that, Will. Hope you had a good day out, mate. And I will certainly try and take a look at what you post later, mate. So thanks for that, Will. Good to see you, though. Hope you're okay. And yeah, thanks for dropping in. Aaron is saying, "Nights, all right, mate. I already know really. Sorry, guys. Nights, all right, mate. I already know really that we're going down. I've got some hope of staying up. 5 defeats in a row is nowhere near good enough. The players don't seem to care anymore, mate. That is, oh, that is really bad if that is the case. It's, players with head down. I don't. If players are not responding even to the fans, that says that something's not right within the club. Because no offense, but as you know, obviously I can only pick up the bits of what Aaron's telling me. But if the players are not responding to the fans, then that is a recipe for disaster. Because you know we can all accept bad results. We can all accept that our team don't always get it their own way. That you have a poor performance once in a while, stuff like that. But the one thing you want to see, whether the players are getting on with the manager, whether they're happy at the club, nothing or anything else. And we've seen it before. Seen other players not be happy with the manager, not be happy with the club, but still come out and be positive with the fans in interviews. Still try to put some effort in on the pitch for fans, and that's the minimum that fans expect to see. And the fact that Aaron is telling me that he feels that the players are not even playing for the fans anymore, then I'm sorry, but that's big questions should be being asked within the club itself, not just about the manager, but about the people running the club. Because how do you have a team that a manager should be reminding. Let's make it simple. I don't want to obviously because we're trying to concentrate on the chat generally and obviously the game. So I don't want to go into it in too much depth. But the one thing I would say about that is, um, if players cannot be motivated for the fans to play for the fans, and they can't be motivated by the fact that they're professional players playing in the top league in Scotland, then they should be asking questions of themselves and their professionalism. Because it doesn't matter whether you sat at the bottom of the league or the top of the league. Them players, every time they step out on that pitch, they don't just represent themselves, the club, they represent themselves. So if the other clubs see that they've gone down with a whimper, so to speak, with Dundee. Let's say Dundee United get relegated, and the players that go down with it, other clubs will look at those players and they'll look at them and they'll want to get them on the cheap, signing them, but they'll also want to give them poorer wages because they don't have the faith that those players are going to do the job that they want. They're going to have that bit more doubt. So the players are only doing themselves a disservice because what the chances are when another club comes in from another club is going to want to pay cheaper wages because they're not sure what they're going to get. So I don't understand why players their professional pride doesn't come in. Don't matter where you are in the league, your professional pride should come in as a player, and they should want to give everything they've got for themselves. Never mind the club, never mind the fans, for themselves. Because every time they walk out on that pitch, the world is watching, and the world is watching whether they're putting the effort in and whether they are a decent player. So this is unfortunately a big debate. I think we're going to be talking about a lot more in the future about players' attitudes and whether younger players could breaking through now, coming through into football. Whether that there's been a lot of debate about it around Manchester City and Chelsea about players signing contracts in the youth academy, and then once they get a move up, once they sign that contract, do they stop showing the quality they've got? But like I say, don't want to go on about it too much, but it is going to be something I think that as fans we'll be debating a lot more in the future about the players' attitudes once they become professionals. Because I think there is an element of some younger players coming through and getting a permanent contract with a first team of whichever club it is, and then players think they've made it. Behave like they've made it. Well, I'm sorry, but you haven't. You just got through the hurdle. As quick as you made it, you could fail because clubs will take notice whether you are a player that puts in the performances. But like I said, we could talk about them, keep them kind of points all day long, couldn't we, guys? Aaron is saying, yeah, mate, I respect Bolton too. I would love to see them in the Premier League. Again, they are a brilliant team. Having financial issues is horrible. I've had that to deal with it too. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, like I say, I think um, the financial situation at Bolton has got better. I mean, and don't get me wrong, we're not a rich club or anything like that. But I think the new owners have stabilised things. They've stabilised the financial situation, which is good for Bolton, but also good for the future of football. I don't know if you guys are aware, and while I'm just remembering, um, we have another news. There is another club that's announced this week that they're in financial crisis, under threat from closure. It was a club that was in financial trouble around the same time Bolton was in financial trouble. They managed to dig themselves out of it temporarily, but now they're right back in it with a tax bill threatening the club's future, and that is Southend United, who used to be in League One and League Two, and they recently, not sure if it was last season or the season before, they dropped into the non-league, and since then it's just got worse and worse and worse. And they're yet again another club under threat. The question's got to be asked, guys. Um, how many clubs are going to be sacrificed by the EFL? Because if you ask me, that's what the EFL are doing. They're allowing. The more I study all this managerial, all this ownership stuff and everything, the more I'm starting to pick up on the fact that it seems to me that the FA and the EFL are allowing these ownership rules to be quite relaxed, so that the wrong business people come into some clubs, some of the lower, smaller clubs, and basically send them bankrupt. Because that would be better for the EFL financially in the long run. They wouldn't have as many clubs to deal with. You got to remember the EFL and the FA are becoming more of a corporate organisation now. So they're only interested in the clubs that are actually going to make money. That's why you've seen them jump in and try and rescue Bolton when Bury and Bolton were in trouble. They did a lot more to help Bolton recover than they did to help Bury recover. Why? Because Bolton can fill a 28,000 seater stadium, Bury can't. There's the difference. That is becoming so obvious the more we go on in with this merry-go-round of clubs getting into financial difficulties. So basically, if your club cannot fill a 20,000 seater stadium or more, then the chances are that the English FA and the EFL potentially are going to leave your club hung out to dry for the wrong kind of owners to come in, screw everything up, and allow your club to go bankrupt or bust. That's the way it's starting to look for me. I'm not saying that's fact, guys. Don't take that as fact. I'm saying that's how I'm starting to look at it. Through all the research I've done about all these clubs keep getting into financial difficulties, it's starting to look like that seems to be an unwritten rule or an unwritten, unscripted plan by the English FA and the EFL to allow any clubs with a minor amount of fans supporting them to go bankrupt because it's not financially viable. You got to think the English FA and the EFL could be looking at the likes of the American leagues and the MSL and the way they have got this closed shop mentality. And the FA and the EFL and the Premier League may want that in the future, but you couldn't do a closed shop mentality in England and Scotland because of the amount of clubs there is. Got to think that a lot more clubs in England in a small amount of land in England and Scotland than there is in the entirety of a country like Brazil, which is a huge country. But there's probably more clubs in England in a small space of land than there is in the whole of Brazil, because Brazil is let's be honest, a lot of it's covered with rainforest in it. So, you know what I mean. So, as you can understand, but Brazil, even though it's covered in rainforest, it's still a very footballing country, in it. Um, so yeah, like I said, just an observation for me. Love to know if you guys think there's anything in that. Billy is dropping in. How's it going, Billy? Good to see you, mate. Hi, all. How's it going, Billy? Always a pleasure to see you drop in, mate. Hopefully you're doing good. And Joey saying, hi, Billy, mate. How are you doing? Nice one, Joey. Always there welcoming fans into the chat. Good. And always appreciate that, Joey. Billy's saying, hi, Joey. I'm doing great. And how about yourself? Obviously, you guys talking amongst yourself. Joey replied, yeah, not too bad, thanks. Hoping for a win later after disaster the other night. Yeah, absolutely, Joey. Get back to winning ways. Get some confidence back in that Liverpool team. Billy's saying you should win, Joey, but Crystal Palace is a tough place to go. It won't be easy. No, it won't. It absolutely won't be easy. But Liverpool have got a point to prove, haven't they? Liverpool got after the result the other day. I'm sure that Liverpool will be quite well. You would think they would be wanting to show a reaction, wouldn't you? That's what I would have thought. So yeah, we'll have to see later on if we do see a reaction. But you would have thought, guys, wouldn't you? You would definitely have thought that the Liverpool players would be wanting to go to Crystal Palace and use them to show that I can't. I've been thinking about it the last couple of days. To be honest, guys, what is going on with Liverpool, and I can't. I really can't put my finger on it, other than the fact um, that players are not buying into the manager's ideas. Uh, if you ask me, what I would say about Liverpool, it's simple. Start playing Firmino. Fabinho. Sorry, not Fabinho. Firmino. Change the formation to suit Firmino's drop. I think Liverpool. I think he's actually injured at the minute, and he. Oh, what's he called? The new lad for Liverpool. Um, I forgot his name now. The new striker. What's he called? Got his damn name. Um, I'm really bad with names of players. I really am bad with it. What's he called? The Liverpool Nunes. Nunes. That's it. Couldn't think of it then. Nunes. Um, I think Liverpool should drop Nunes and put Firmino back in, because yes, he might not be a prolific, what you might call a consistent goal scorer, but what he will do is he will do what Liverpool used to do, what Liverpool did when Klopp came in. He will help Liverpool start defending from the front. That is what's missing from Liverpool's play. That is what made Liverpool such a threat under Klopp when he came in. He got Liverpool fighting from front to back, every player working hard, every player closing down every blade of grass, working hard from the front. He had the attacking plays, and it all revolved around Firmino at the front, working hard, closing the spaces, causing problems, laying balls off the wingers. And I think that Liverpool should consider that. I know he's older now. I know that he might not be have that pace, but he's still a player that's going to give you 110% effort. But if he wasn't, why would Klopp be hanging on to him? He could have let him go in the summer, but he hasn't. He's hung on to him. Why is he hung on to him? Because he knows he's a player that he can count on. He knows if he puts him on, he's going to put a shift in. So for me, I think Liverpool, at least for a couple of games, should drop the striker and put in Firmino and get back to that defensive defending from the front. And I think that results would start to improve. I really do. I don't. I'm not saying Firmino would be able to do it week in, week out, because obviously he is older now. He's probably losing a yard of pace, maybe. I'm not sure. Liverpool fans that have seen him more recently probably have a better idea. I've only recently seen him coming on as a sub. But all I know is that player will give you the work rate. He will give you the work rate, and I think that's what clubs should get back to. He should go back to picking the team based on the players that are going to put the work rate in. And Firmino will do that right from the front and work hard, and he'll lay the ball off. He'll sacrifice himself at getting opportunities on goals to allow the team to get opportunities on goals. Like I say, don't know if you guys agree with me. That's fine. If you don't want to, that's fine. But let me know your thoughts. Billy saying, think positive, Joey. Absolutely well said, Billy. Totally agree with that, mate. Aaron is saying, yeah, mate, fans are asking our sporting director, Tony Asger, out because of our poor January transfer window. We should have bounced. Sorry, we should have brought new players, but we brought in inexperienced defenders. Well, Aaron, that is honest, mate. That is really refreshing to hear that, mate, and I'm really buzzing to hear that, because, like I say, it's nice to hear that fans are actually have got, the club's fans have got the intelligence to recognise that yes, the manager is accountable, no question about that. But so the board, and that is so refreshing to hear that the fans have recognised that the problem is not just the team, it's not just the manager. Um, the players, the fans showing that knowledge of football knowledge to recognise that the problems that are contributing to you guys struggling are coming from the people behind the scenes, the board members, sporting directors, stuff like that. So that is fantastic to hear that, Aaron. I've got to agree, mate. Really do like to hear that kind of stuff. That shows the knowledge of the Dundee fans, I suppose, Dundee United fans. Sorry. Aaron also saying, "Nah, mate, we played in Conference League this season. It's mad. That start of the season we were in Europe, and now we're in the relegation zone. Absolutely, I couldn't remember, Aaron, if it were this season or last season. Like I said, just trying to cover so much football at the minute. It's all blaring into. Once the game's gone by, it all just blurs together and gets quite confusing because I'm watching, trying to take a note of a lot of clubs obviously my own club, but clubs guys, what you guys are supporting, so I can understand your clubs better as well. So for reasons like this, when we're on the live stream, so I can try and have a better understanding of issues going on with your clubs and what you want to talk about. Um, I'm not saying I get it perfect every time, but I'm trying. But yeah, thanks for that, Aaron. And yeah, that is a terrible way to look at it that way, isn't it? But like I say, mate, it's great to hear that Dundee United fans have got the football intelligence to recognise that it's not all with one man. Yes, I agree. It sounds definitely like you guys need a manager change, but it's good to hear that the fans recognise that it's not the problem doesn't just stem from the managers. So that is class, mate, class. Um, Aaron also saying at the moment, sorry, at the rate of Haaland, he's definitely winning the Golden Boot. He's so far ahead of anyone else. Yeah, he's so far ahead of anyone else, but it's a false. He's doing well this season because he's got no one else challenging him. Let's be honest, guys. Since Mo Salah signed that new contract last in the summer, his numbers have dropped right off. His numbers have dropped right off. He's nowhere. He's not shown anywhere near that level that we saw before he signed that new contract. Um, so nobody's really up there challenging Haaland. And to be fair, I'm not criticising what you're saying, Aaron. You make a fair point, mate. But I've got to point out that Haaland is still in his honeymoon period. When Mo Salah came to the Premier League, he had his honeymoon period and he was scoring like a possessed man. And now we're seeing Haaland doing it. The question for Haaland, with regard to Haaland, I would say he will truly get tested a lot more after this season, because after one season of being in the Premier League, defenders will know him better, managers will know him better, and teams will know him better. So, he might not score as many goals next season once teams get to know him. I still expect him to be up there. I still expect him to be scoring a lot of goals and be up in the mix of the Golden Boot awards. But like I say, I think once defenders get to know him better during the course of this season, next season they'll have him as a marked man. They'll mark him a lot better, and you'll see the same problem is happening right now. If you look at Mo Salah, now. Sometimes he goes on a pitch and he's got three defenders round him because they know what a threat that he is on goal. So you see him in some scenarios when he's playing for Liverpool, and he's marked off by three defenders because they know that he's the serious threat for Liverpool. That he can hit the goal from 30 yards out with just a glance at the goal. So defenders are a lot more aware of his talents now, and also a lot more aware of what angles he's going to come in from, how he's going to come into the box, where he likes to score from, where he likes to receive the ball, that kind of thing. These are all the things that defenders need to learn about a top striker before they can start coming up with the answers. So for me, you're right in what he's saying. He's up there. He's had a fantastic season. Aaron, rightly said by you, mate. But for me, I think, like I say, I think the real test for Haaland will start to kick in next season when he's been in the Premier League for a year and other players have got to know him better. But yeah, good observation, mate. Aaron also saying we're definitely financially good right now just because of the Scottish football money. Football money, we seem quite poor. Um, Well, no, I wasn't. I was thinking maybe obviously that being a contributing factor, Aaron. I was thinking that partly, but I was thinking you guys might be still recovering from the legal fees with the problems with Hearts being difficult when they got relegated. If you remember, they got relegated and they challenged the SPFL for it because it was during the COVID season when the season got cut short. Scottish football cut the season short, didn't they? And Hearts decided to take it all through a legal battle, and you guys got dragged into it through no fault of your own. So I wasn't sure with the fact that like you said, that the money, the Scottish Premiership money, is not great. Um, but I thought with the combination of that and the Hearts issue only being a year or so ago, I think it was about 2 years ago, wasn't it? That you guys might still be financially having financial difficulties because of that, mate. Joey saying, agree, Aaron. Just gutted. He's a City. He's at City laugh out loud. Obviously, Joey there agreeing about Haaland, but preferring he was a Liverpool player. No worries, mate. Oh, there goes the earpiece. But just to let you know, guys, uh, 63 minutes gone, and it's 4-0 Manchester City. So it's turned out to be a very one-sided game, this, hasn't it? I half expected it to. That's why I was wanting to get home for the 3 o'clock kickoffs because um, I would have preferred to have done a game at 3 o'clock rather than this one because I thought this was going to be very one-sided, and it's proved that way. Thanks for that, Joey. Aaron is saying, yeah, mate. I like Holland, though, mate. He's a world class striker. He is, no question about that. But like I say, I think I'm just being honest, guys. Obviously, a lot of fans want to look at him in awe and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of that. Um, my for me, I will look at him. If he can still start producing what he's produced this season, he sets the benchmark. If he can start still produce that kind of numbers next season and the season after, when defenders in the Premier League have got a chance to get to know him a bit better, then I will class him as a world talent. But for me, like I say, most strikers that come from other foreign leagues, shall we say, um, they do normally have a good honeymoon period because other players don't know them that well. So I'm just all for looking at it from both sides, from the strikers' perspective, but also from the defenders' perspective. And I'm sure if you ask 99% of defenders, they would probably answer with that response. Give us a chance to get to know him, and then we'll mark him better. We'll learn where he likes, what angles he likes to use, which part of the pitch he likes to attack from, where he likes to receive the ball, all them kind of scenarios. So yeah, but no argument. I've no argument. Is no question. He's a class player. I just think to say that he's world class is a little bit stretched until he actually shows it season after season. Because as we're seeing with Mo Salah, he was showing that he was world class. But the question is he showing his world class this season? So I don't know. It's one. I suppose it's one to debate, though, isn't it? But thanks for that, Aaron. Aaron also saying, I'm pretty sure we managed to pay it, mate. We used to be financially awful, mate, but in about 2016, but we are financially decent for now, mate. Fans protecting, sorry, protested for owners to go. I think fans protest. What are you saying? Fans have been protesting, or there is protests coming to against the ownership. But yeah, that's good to hear, Aaron. Thanks for that, mate. Yeah, it's good to hear. you know what I'm talking about. I just wasn't sure because, like I say, the money is so tight and so poor that you guys get off the SPFL. And then having that legal battle with Hearts not so long ago, I wasn't sure if you guys would still be feeling the financial pinch of that situation. So yeah, but yeah, absolutely, mate. Great to hear that you guys are uh, financially stable and back on a financial footing that gives the club a better, prospects of a better future. So that is fantastic to hear. Yeah. But I wasn't sure how much. I just knew that Hearts had dragged you guys into a legal financial issue that was no fault of your own, and obviously that cost the club money. But Aaron, just if you could answer me, mate. Did Dundee United actually try to claim any of that money back? Did they actually challenge Hearts to actually claim any of that money back? Because that, like I say, you got dragged into that. You guys got dragged into that through no fault of your own. You won the championship and rightly got promoted, but because Hearts challenged their relegation, it meant you guys got dragged into a whole legal battle that had nothing to do with you, just because you were the team that were coming up. So yeah, I'd love to know if you guys managed to ever challenge Hearts for any compensation. Let me know, Aaron, if you've ever heard anything about that. If you're there, mate, would love to know that. Like I say, I did look out for it around the time, but I never heard nothing about it. Aaron is saying, yeah, mate. Today was the first time he made loads of subs, but he must have been scared because his job his job's on the line. But the owner has come out yesterday and saying nothing will change. Well, the dreaded vote of no, dreaded vote of confidence. Well, that's an indication that things might change, mate. Because if he's coming out saying nothing will change, normally when owners come out and say nothing will change, that means they're thinking about making a change. So I wouldn't read too much into that, mate. Well, I know that's what happens in a lot of football. A lot of managers don't want to hear the owners coming out supporting them because when well, look at it. I think Lampard touched on it with Everton. I don't want to hear the owners come out because it knows if I've got to get the vote of the owners, it means I'm on borrowed time. So maybe that's what an indication that your owners are planning to make a change because they feel that he's not getting things right. And we're looking at the results, mate. They'd be right. They should be listening to the fans. I keep saying it, guys. Clubs should be listening to fans more. I'm not saying they do what fans want them to do, but they should be at least listening to what fans are telling them to get a fairer, a clearer, a bigger picture, a better understanding of the picture. Um, Thanks for that, Aaron. Maxime. Welcome to the show, Maxime. Good to see you, mate. How's it going? Maxime's saying, are you doing Liverpool? Why are you not doing? Are you doing Liverpool? And why are you not doing City? I'm doing City, mate. I'm doing Manchester City right now, Maxime. That's who we're watching now. I've not been on for a couple of days, so obviously I'm just concentrating on catching up with you guys a bit more in the chat because this is a very one-sided game and there's not much to talk about. It's going exactly as we would expect. Man City winning 4-0, 70 minutes gone. The possession's all with Man City. Man City in possession right now on the halfway line with Bournemouth sat deep in their own half. There's not much to talk about in the game, mate. So I am covering the game. There's just not a lot to say. Most of the action came in the first half, and it went exactly as I expected. But as I say, Maxime, I've come on and trying to catch up with you guys a little bit because I've not been on the channel for the last 2 days because I've been busy with personal stuff. But good to see you, Maxime. Welcome to the show. And as usual, I see you always coming in with the big questions of why I'm this and why I'm not that and why the other. So, but that's all good, mate. That's all good. Good to see you. And yes, I am planning to do the Liverpool game afterwards as well, if as provided I don't have any more technical gremlins. But good to see you, Maxime. Welcome to the show, mate. Um, Joey's saying he's doing City now, Maxime. Yeah, Maxime might think I'm not because I'm not talking about the game much. But that's because it's not been much to talk about, guys. It's gone the way we expected, and it's gone Man City dominating the game just as we expected. Um, And like I say, I wanted to try and catch up with you guys a bit better this time on this stream, because I wasn't even actually planning to do this stream. I was planning to do the 3 o'clock kickoff, and then leave this game and then jump on the Liverpool game. Not because I don't want to do City, but because we've covered City quite a lot recently on the channel, and I want to try and cover as many clubs as possible. But like I said, unfortunately, my work commitments are not being very understanding of that. But Joe, yep, thanks for that, Joey. Um, Maxime saying, "Oh, I thought he was doing Dundee United." No, I'm not doing Dundee United. It's just that Aaron has dropped in, not seen him for a while, and just catching up, talking about Dundee and Scottish football a little bit, mate. That's all. But yeah, you're right. I have probably neglected to talk enough about Manchester City, talking about Dundee United so much. But like I say, try and encourage you guys to come in the chat and talk about the stuff that you want to talk about as well. You know, it's not just all about the game. We are very much about a fan, being a fan channel, so I want you guys to feel involved. Um, and that's why I do the match watch alongs. Believe me, guys, I could do match watch alongs where I don't have this chat. I could do match watch alongs where there's absolutely no chat, or you guys could just be in the chat talking to yourself. The reason I use these do this specifically is for you guys to you feel involved, because a lot of fans don't want to be on camera. That's totally fine, no problem with that. So the only way I can get you guys, other way I can get you guys involved if you don't want to be on camera, is by talking on the live streams. So yeah, no apologies, Maxime, if I'm not doing a great job of the commentary at the moment. Um, like I said, I've just been spending most of the stream catching up with you guys. So my bad, mate, my bad. I take the criticism on board. We have got a corner currently for City. Corner taken short. Um, Comes in towards the near post, flicked on, and ends up going behind for another corner. Aaron is saying, "Nah, mate, we're just talking about them, Maxime. Yep. We'd like to say, just talk about, obviously, sometimes talk about what you guys want to talk about, not just what's going on in the game. Uh, City again taking that corner, but nothing doing as Bournemouth managed to clear their lines, but only as far as midway up the park, midway inside their own half of the field, up to City. City play the ball out to that far side, and a cross comes into the box, but the goalkeeper saved it. It's going predictable, guys, isn't it? It's going predictable, the game, so that's why I'm not focusing too much on talking about it. So apologies for that. Billy is saying, Aaron is mate. Oh, sorry. Did I read that comment? Sorry, Joey. He's talking to someone in the chat about Dundee United. Yes, sorry. Thanks for that, Joey. Apologies, guys, if I'm being too distracted talking about Dundee United. But as I say, Aaron not been in the chat for a while, so just making the effort to talk to him a bit about his club. You can understand it. His club's sitting bottom of the league. He's scratching for any kind of positivity, and wanted to try and make sense of how his team's doing so badly. So we had plenty of debate about Liverpool and Manchester City on the chat, and Chelsea as well, and stuff like that. So like I say, we're not specific to Premier League. We're a football fan channel. We want to make you guys from all clubs across the UK feel welcome. We will always cover Premier League, but we will also give the same consideration to English lower leagues, Scottish football, as well as Welsh football as well. When the Welsh fans come in, and even Northern Irish football, we're not restricted to just Premier League, mate, guys. That's more for Maxime, because obviously Maxime is wanting to see a lot of Premier League football and top level football, and that's fine, and no problem with that. But as I say, I'm trying to show you guys that I'm not just all about the Premier League, and you guys also welcome to come and talk about the problems at your club. That's why I do these live streams. I think the problem is I'm going to have to start mixing it up a bit more, doing live streams um, where it's specific to to just responding to you guys' comments. The problem with that is that we won't get the views. That's why we're doing the match watch alongs at the minute, a lot of them, to go around the grounds to help more fans find out about FanDen. If I do just a normal chat show responding to you guys' comments, then I'm sure some of you guys would show up and come and drop in and be supportive and make conversation. But we wouldn't get just random new fans popping in very much because um, random new fans are going to pop in a lot more when they see that we're doing match watch alongs. And I've tested all this when I first started Fanded, so I do know about that. But thanks, Aaron, saying yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, sorry, I missed the comment here, Anna. Sorry, Billy. My bad, mate. Billy saying Aaron is mate your favourite word. He's just trying to be positive, mate. He's just trying to be positive, mate. He's not been on the channel for a while. He's been busy with some of his own stuff. He's just trying to be positive. Um, so yeah, it's like I said, I do it. I do it on social media sometimes, putting mate too many times. Aaron Hart is saying, yeah, it is, mate. Yeah, it is. You should have put, yeah, it is, mate. Minnie Mo, evening all. Good to see you, Minnie. I've actually got a question for you. It appears, if you're still there anyway, it appears I may have made a mistake on social media. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. I'm asking you the question anyway. I was hoping you was going to drop in. Um, I get a lot of spam messages and a lot of business accounts following me on Instagram. And there was a recent account of an account followed me with the name Bargain in the account name. And I thought it was another business account. I didn't look at it. I didn't read it properly. But I've recently I've got to eat some humble pie. I got it wrong and I made a mistake. And I think it may be somebody that you might know because it's come up with a lady in Scotland. So I'm presuming it may be somebody that you might have recommended, Minnie. And I've completely misread the account name. I've seen that it said bargains. So I presume that that was something to do with a sales account. And I have reacted in the wrong way. And it appears I've upset that person. So if it's a friend of yours, I just wanted to mention it so that you could offer my apologies because that person has decided to block me, and that's fine. No problem with that. People are welcome to block me if I speak out of turn. No problem with that. I'm man enough to take that. But I just thought I'd mention it, minute, in case it is a friend. It might be nobody that you know. It might not be anybody that you know. But obviously, I didn't look at the account properly first. I just seen the word bargains, presumed it was a selling account again that was planning to spam me again because I get a lot of business accounts on Instagram. So I just thought I'd mention it in case it was a friend. It was only when I've looked at it closely afterwards that I've seen that it was somebody, a lady in Scotland. So I'm not sure if it's a friend of yours. So if it is, I would appreciate if you'd offer my apologies. I have sent a message of apology, but obviously, as I say, that person has chose to block me. So no problem with that, but I can't apologise if I can't communicate. So, Minnie, if it is somebody you know, I would appreciate it if you could just let me know and offer my apologies if it is a friend of yours. I genuinely, it's my own stupidity getting frustrated with all the business accounts that mither me and annoy me on social media, particularly on Instagram. And the last week when I spoke to that person, I was being bombarded with so many business accounts. I was very irritable last week with the amount of business accounts. So I just thought I'd mention it, Minute, if it is a person that you know, because you're the only person that I know that's a lady in Scotland. So I presume it might be a friend of yours. So if it is, my sincere apologies. Joey is saying, oh, sorry, I forgot to, Minnie did say evening all. Sorry about that, Minnie. Minnie saying evening all. How's it going, Minnie? Like I say, as I just explained, let me know if that is a friend of yours. Good, but thanks for dropping in, Minnie. Good to see you, mate. Joey saying, hi, Minnie. How are you doing? Yep. Are you guys also saying hello to Minnie? Billy doing saying hi as well. You guys are awesome. Thanks for that. Really appreciate that when you guys say hello. And Minnie also doing the same. Minnie, well, saying hi to you guys as well. Minnie saying hi, Joey, Billy. City winning, I guess. Yeah, unfortunately, mate, they are winning again. So thanks for that, guys. Honest, really appreciate when you guys that positive with each other like that. Billy saying Southend United have until March to pay off their debt, and they could be shut down. And yeah, I know, mate. I was reading about it yesterday. That's why I thought I'd remember mentioning it to you guys in case you hadn't heard about it. Really disappointing. Um, really disappointing with that. I feel for Southend because my club was going bankrupt at the same time their club was in trouble at the time. Uh, Bolton was dropping out of the League One at the time because of the previous owner. We were getting relegated to League Two because of the previous owner, and at the same time, Southend was going through a similar problem. They managed to recover, but they did when Bolton recovered and started climbing back up the table. Southampton did the opposite. They carried on tumbling down the leagues and ended up dropping into non-league. So I really do feel for their club because they were a proper professional league club not so long ago. And it's just a disgrace, guys. It's a disgrace that the EFL allowing this to happen. Yet again, another club, and it's a tax bill again. It's an unpaid tax bill again that's putting another club under threat. It begs the question, doesn't it, guys? Is this so-called fit and proper persons test that the EFL claim they've got? Does it actually work? Bournemouth have managed to pull one back, guys. Bournemouth have pulled a goal back. So it's Bournemouth 1, Man City 4, 82 and a half minutes gone. Sorry, guys, just talk you through it in a second. Ball out to that far side for Bournemouth. They crossed it into the box, and yeah, nice bit of skill there. Well controlled. Not sure the player that controlled it, but he had to get it under control before he could get his shot off. And he managed to just do it in the nick of time before the Man City defender blocked the shot. So yeah, good to see Bournemouth at least getting a consolation goal. But yeah, like I say, Billy, really disappointed. I'm really gutted for Southend. I really do. I've absolutely my best wishes, and I hope they come up with a solution to dig themselves out of that problem. But it's so bad, guys, isn't it? Keep hearing about all these clubs getting themselves into bad financial situations, and a lot of it is down to tax bills. So yeah, thanks for that, Billy. Minimo saying Dundee United were dire today. Yeah, the scoreline didn't. Doesn't look good. I'm not seeing the game. I'll try and catch the highlights of it later to get a bit better, clearer picture. But yeah, like I say, I can't really comment on it, Minnie, because I haven't seen it. But the result says exactly what you're saying, that they were really bad. Joey's saying, how are you feeling about tomorrow's game, Billy? Yeah, Chelsea play tomorrow, don't they? Uh, Thanks for that, Joey. Um, and Minnie Mo saying another Chelsea draw. Minnie Mo with the early score prediction there, I think. Thanks for that, Minnie. Joey is saying, of course, City winning. Boo. City winning. Boo. I like that. Minnie Mo is saying, told you, Joey, they're winning the league again. I hope, Minnie, I hope you're not right. I really hope you're not right. I hope that Arsenal can come up with something to stop them, or somebody can. I've nothing against City. Let's hope that the Champions League might put pressure on them now that they've got to play in two competitions. Let's hope that might add pressure to them getting results. Let's hope. But I hope you're not right, Minnie. Seriously, I don't want to see Man City win it again. I've nothing against City. I've nothing against, but I just get boring, innit? Keep seeing the same team winning it over and over. Maxime saying, "Are you doing Chelsea v Spurs?" I've not even looked that far. I'll have to look, mate. I've been at work all day today. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't. I didn't get the 3 o'clock kickoff today because I really wanted to be home for that. So yeah, I'm not working tomorrow, but I just haven't had a look. Had a look. I haven't even had a chance to look at all today's results yet, mate, because I've been so busy. As you guys know, whenever I'm not working, I'm trying to get on the channel. And the last 2 days, I've not been on at all because I've just been so busy with work. So I'm not even had a chance to do any research or anything. So yeah, Maxime, I will do my best. I'm not promising, but I will certainly check what's going on with the games shortly. Just wanted to concentrate on trying to get on here today, to be honest. But yeah. Maxime. Be good to hear you talking about some football, though, Maxime. You keep coming on asking about this game, that game, and the other game, games that we're thinking, and not talking about the game we're concentrating on, mate. No offense, but have you no opinions on this game, on City? Anything? Any thoughts on it, mate? Be good to hear some opinions from you, Maxime. If it's not, if you've got anything, any thoughts on it, mate. Billy Random Clips is saying, I think we can get something, Joey. Um, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. I think Chelsea should come out on top. If Chelsea play at the best, they come out on top. Because let's be honest, guys, Spurs are the most underachieving team in London. They really are. They can beat everybody, but the teams that they're meant to beat. Every now and then they'll get a good result against Arsenal or Man City or Chelsea, but it's only once in a while. The rest of the time, they're like the London whipping boys. I don't mean that disrespectfully. But I'm just believing being honest. They are. They're getting beat so much, so easily by the teams in and around them. You'd have thought they'd give a better account of themselves against Man City, and they was really, really poor that day. I thought. Um, Come on, stupid thing. I'm gonna correct yourself. Come on. Guys, don't forget, please do. I've not mentioned it much on the stream, but please do hit that like button if you could. It helps with visibility for more fans to see us. So if it's not too much trouble, please do consider hitting that like button. Like I say, it would be helpful so we can get more fans involved, so you guys can have more enjoyable football chat as well amongst yourselves. Joey's saying, yeah, it's going to be a tough game to tough going to Spurs. It is, but like I say, I think Chelsea, if they go there with the right frame of mind, I think you guys can get the result there. I really do. Because, like I said, for me, Spurs are like the London whipping boys. They really are. They can beat their teams in and beneath them, but they never seem to do very well against the teams that where they need to step up to be that next level. Another opportunity there for Bournemouth. Good effort there from Bournemouth, working the ball up the field and getting a shot off, but it ends up going wide of the post. Minimo saying Liverpool playing later. Joey, how are you feeling? Um, well, I like to say I don't know how he's feeling, mate. Hopefully, he's wearing his lucky pants and not the old ones. That might have been what jinxed him the other day, wearing both pairs at once. But yeah, hopefully he's feeling positive about it. Thanks for that minute. Joey's saying, not sure how to feel. Laugh out loud. It's a tough place to go. It is. It is a tough place to go. Crystal Palace definitely not easy to beat on their own turf. But if you guys go there with a positive mindset, I don't see. Like I say, I'm expecting to see a reaction. My point of view, guys, I'm expecting to see a reaction from Liverpool today. Mini Mo is saying, look, a City, look, a City's bench. Whoa, wow, yeah, yeah. I'm not sure exactly who's on their bench in this one. Let's have a quick look. We've got the bench. Oh yeah, I'm forgetting now. You see, you forget now, don't you? Yeah, they don't have to have five subs. It's gone up now, hasn't it, guys? It's gone up to seven subs they can pick from because I'm forgetting that. Um, why is it not coming up? I'm sorry, I'm looking for it on the stats thing and it's not coming up. Sorry, guys, I was going to highlight it on that stats thing, but I can't see it unless is that supposed to be the bench players? Can't you tell I've not used this enough yet to understand it better? So apologies, guys. But yeah, I think that's meant to be the sub players, missing players, because that's saying missing players. So yeah, sorry guys, I was just going to try and I'm not sure because it doesn't say there at the top, does it? Subbench. You'd expect it to say subbench there. So yeah, my apologies for that one, guys. Um, try. Um, But yeah, it's always a strong sub bench to be fair, Mini for City. But I was just looking for it there to be honest. So my apologies, can't. I'm not sure. It didn't say subs. I'd have to do a bit more checking on that to see if it's there. I'm not never really checked on all the stats. I just bring it up for the team formation really, so you guys get a better understanding of formation. So yeah, apologies about that. Mini saying I'm getting my prediction in early. Liverpool 2, Palace nil. Oh, that's a good one, mate. That's a good one. Um, do you think seriously, Mini? It is a good prediction, but you seriously think Liverpool, with the way they're playing at the minute, they can score 2 goals and not concede at least one? Um, it's a good score prediction, but I would have thought that maybe 2-1 probably be maybe a bit better because just because Liverpool is conceding goals so much at the minute, aren't they? So you would expect that they're going to potentially concede at least one away from home, but if that's your thoughts on it, Minnie, that's fair enough, mate. Fair enough. It's a good shout. Joey's saying, to be fair, Minnie's been quite good actually with the score predictions, hasn't she? So yeah, I'd say better not criticise her too much with that because yeah, just thinking she has been quite good with the score predictions. Joey's saying, looking at City's team, is getting sickening. Laugh out loud. Yeah, well, look at it, guys, because they might not be enjoying it for much longer, might they, if the EPL's got anything to do with it? So we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, I can totally understand that. It feels like City uh, buying up all the best young talent. Joey's saying, "Hope you have your crystal ball, Mini, and your prediction is right." Yeah, well, to be fair, Mini's been quite good with the predictions. Thanks for that, Joey. Maxim saying, I am a red and red and. Oh, sorry. I think that's supposed to be. I am a red and I think 2-1 to the Eagle. Right. That's really surprising. So you think you're gonna? So you're when you say red, I'm presuming you mean red as in Liverpool, because obviously Man United fans call themselves red as well. So yeah, I'm presuming you mean in Liverpool, mate. But yeah, I'm surprised, Maxime, you thinking your own team going to lose. But at least you're honest. I'll take that. I respect your honesty with that prediction if that is your thoughts. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But good shout, Maggie. Sorry, Maxime. Sorry. Um, I'm shocked to see that a Liverpool fan though would be calling predicting a defeat. But like I say, massive respect to you for your honesty, mate. Billy is saying, I'm getting my prediction in early as well. I think it will be Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 1. That's a good shout. Yeah, it could go exactly like that. To be fair, Billy, could be a really tight game. Joey's saying we'll take that over a loss. Billy, laugh out loud. I'm sure you will, Joey. Right, guys, I'm going to try and quickly rattle through a couple of these comments and then jump off so I can get ready to do the Liverpool live stream. Billy is saying, any team can win, and any team can win it, Joey. Absolutely, yes. Always be positive. Top. Well said, Billy. Joey's saying, absolutely, Billy. Feels so sorry for Potter at the minute. What are people thinking? Sending him threats. Oh, mate, you know you're a Liverpool fan. You know that can happen. It's happened to Liverpool managers as well. Some people just forget that it's a game. Some people do forget. We are all passionate. We all love to get engrossed in football. But unfortunately, some people just forget that it is a game. They take it ridiculously too seriously. Um, so yeah, it's really bad that if that's happening to Potter. But we've seen it happen at Liverpool before, haven't we, as well, mate? So yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that. I wish I was, but I'm not surprised, and it is shambolic. Minnie saying, Billy, how How are you feeling about Potter now? Um, yeah, I think did we? I think I might asked him that the other day. To be honest, but good question as well, though, Minnie. Billy's saying people sending Potter threats are disgusting. Absolutely, it's a disgrace. That shouldn't happen. I like saying clearly I've missed that to be busy at work as well. But yeah, absolutely, Billy. Just no need for it. No need for it. I keep saying this is why I say when people come on the chat and start using the word hate. I don't react to it very well because I think people use the word hate too loosely. Um, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you can't have banter, you can't have rivalry, and you can't dislike a team or something like that. But there's a big difference between dislike and hate, and um, this is a perfect example of it. When people are sending threatening letters and stuff like that, and threatening messages on social media, because we heard it the other day as well, wasn't there? A player that received a load of racist comments on Instagram as well. It's getting ridiculous, guys. It's getting ridiculous that people that just can't be using common sense, that they've got to go out hating to that degree where they're being racist and sending threats and things like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, we all have bad days and good days. And I'm not saying that we can't all be a bit sharp and snappy and stuff, but there's a bit difference between being a bit sharp and a bit short and, you know, being a bit frustrated to the difference of threats and racist comments. That's just completely unacceptable. I totally agree, and nobody should have to endure that kind of stuff. Joey's saying, "I know, mate, and completely out of order. I get being passionate about your club, but it's a game." Well said, Joey. Absolutely, just what I was saying then about people forgetting it being a game. Couldn't agree with you more there, mate. Minnie Mo saying, "Unfortunately, idiots are everywhere. I had a grown man abused me online. He was a father for God, for, for God's sake, for goodness sake. Um, yeah, like I say, it's just bad, guys. Guys, it's really, really, really bad how people can. I don't understand. I don't understand racism. In this day and age, I don't understand it, and I certainly don't understand these death threat stuff. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It's just stupid. Joey's saying, "Don't worry about it, Gaz. I like the fact that you involve us from the chat." Yeah, like I say, I try to, mate. I try to, but there's always going to be somebody that comes on and wants to criticise it. Unfortunately, I'm not, I'm trying to cover the games as well as best possible. But I've recognised that sometimes if I cover the games, I could having a little break over the last week or so, just easing off a bit. Obviously, I've been still active, but I've just eased off a little bit because I've been busy. But I've just recognised that I can do watch alongs too much to the point where sometimes I just feel like I'm repeating myself. So I need more practice with match commentary. I feel, and I'll keep getting more practice by doing it a bit at a time. But yeah, thanks for that, Joe. I really appreciate that support because, like I say, a big part of the channel is trying to involve you guys as well. So and like I say, obviously, I want you guys to feel welcome to come on the channel with me if you want to. You're more than welcome to contact me on social media to arrange that. But like I say. I'm also, I understand that some fans don't want to be on camera. That's perfectly fine. So the best way for me to get you guys involved, as I've said before, is through the live chats on live streams. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Really appreciate that, mate. Unfortunately, as I say, mate, I'm not always going to keep everybody happy, am I? Joey's saying, "Oh my God, Minnie, that's bad. Hope you blocked him. You're right for you're right. Far too many idiots about." I can't disagree with that. And Mini Mo saying, "Is Aaron still here?" I don't know. I think he's got. He might have jumped off, mate. Might have jumped off. I'm not sure. I'm not. He's normally quite talkative when he is watching. Billy saying, random. Billy saying, "That's terrible, Mini. It's unfortunate. There's a lot of idiots out there." I can't disagree. Um, with that at all. Minimo saying, "What kind of person sends someone a death threat about football?" Um, well, that's a great question. That's a great question. I don't have the answer to it. Um, like I said, we all have bad days, good days. We can all be, a bit, I don't know what's the word, frustrated. I can't with results and stuff like that when football results don't go our way. But there's a big difference between letting off a bit of frustration and just blatant hate, isn't there? And like I said, death threats and racism is just, there's no other word for it. It's just pure hate. So yeah, I think that probably the best answer for that minute is um, the dregs of humanity. Maybe that's the right answer. I'm not sure. The dregs of humanity would send that kind of message. Joey's saying, "I know it's shocking. Little-minded people with no life." That's fair enough. Minnie Mo is saying, "It wasn't me, Gaz, but I did promote your YouTube page on another chat room." Um, right. Thank you, Minnie. Really appreciate it. Well, like I said, I are you talking about the? I presume you're talking about what was about the message um, or the account on social media that I'm talking about. So yeah, if I'd like to say my apologies. If it was a friend of yours, mate, I'm presuming you're talking about that. So if it was, I like to say, I just misread the account, mate. The account that came through, all I saw, I didn't read the account name properly. I just saw bargains in the title, and I just presumed it was another selling account. So I didn't react to the. I didn't yeah, I didn't send them the normal welcome message that I normally do because I just thought it was going to be another spam account. So my mistake, my mistake. And if it is somebody like I say, I've sent them an apology, but they've obviously not seen it. But if it is somebody Minnie, please do pass on my apology. I don't expect them to follow me or nothing like that. But I believe in being honest. When I'm out of order, I believe in manning up, holding my hands up, and saying I was out of order. And in that case, I was very much out of order. I just misread. I get so many accounts sometimes following me, so many, especially business accounts. It drives me crazy because it's just they waste so much of my time. These business accounts. So now I'm trying to avoid them, but I'm probably not using the right approach, and that's how I've got caught out with it. So, like I say, if it is somebody Minnie, please do pass on my apologies. Like I say, I wouldn't expect them to follow back. I just want them to know that I am genuinely sorry. But thank you uh, for letting me know, Minute, if that it is possibly somebody that you passed my details on to. And like I say, would appreciate it if it is somebody to pass on my sincere apologies. So yeah, thanks for that, Minnie. Appreciate it letting me know that, mate. Minnie also saying good for Bournemouth. Um, sorry, go for Bournemouth. Yeah, go. Good to see Bournemouth at least getting one consolation goal. Joey's saying you're a secret City fan, aren't you, Minnie? I don't think so. I can't see that. Minnie saying, has the Liverpool team been announced yet, Joey? I'm not sure, but I'm going to quickly read out how many comments have we got here now. Oh, I'm never going to read all these comments before getting off. Right, guys, I'm going to quickly flying through these. Billy's random quick saying, at least Bournemouth get a goal. Absolutely, Billy. Well said. Thanks, mate. Sorry, guys, I'm not meaning to rush through these. It's just I need to jump off and get ready for the next stream. Minimo saying, ha, Joey, I'm actually going to see them play soon. Who Manchester City? All right, cool. That's cool. Good to hear that, mate. I love that. I love when fans go and watching teams that are not their own. That shows the true character of a football fan, that mate. So awesome. Joey is saying probably not looked yet. Gonna jump off in a minute. No worries, mate. I'm gonna jump off as soon as I can. Minnie saying, I'm not a fan though. Honest, honest. Minnie don't want to be considered as a secret City fan. That's awesome. Joey saying, "Boo, I know it." Laugh out. Minnie, I wouldn't bite. I wouldn't bite. I think Joey's just trying to wind you up a little. Joey saying, "Yeah, right." Laugh out loud. Who they playing when you go? When you go? And Minnie don't bite to it. He's just trying to bite action. Minnie Smo said, "It was a Christmas present to my brother, but I am looking forward to it." All right, cool. So you're going with family. That's cool. I love that. I love honest, mate. I'd love to hear fans go and see another club that are not wrong because that just means you go in as a neutral just to watch the football, and that is awesome. That is the true sign of a football fan. So yeah, absolutely. Hope you enjoy that game, Mini Mo, and safe travels because that'll be a bit of a trek from you down from Scotland to Manchester for that game. Joey's saying, "Go game is a game. Don't be cheering with them on though. Laugh out." Minimo's saying day trippers. Yeah, yeah, but it doesn't matter. You're showing that you love a lover of football, and that's why you're going. Joey saying laugh out loud. I like that. Nice one, Joey. Minnie's saying Joey not talking to me. I don't think it. I think it's just having the wind up a bit there. Joey is saying, "We'll always talk to you, Minnie. Laugh out loud." Nice one, Joey. Top man, mate. Minimo, thumbs up as well. Awesome, awesome, guys. And Joey saying, "Gonna jump off now, guys. Get ready for game. We'll look out for you if you decide to stream." Thanks, Joey. And yeah, I'm going to jump off in a minute and get ready for that. Minnie Moore saying, "Cheers, guys. Thanks, Minnie. Appreciate it, mate." And yep, I'm going to quickly just Joey also. Cheers, guys. Catch up with you later. Thanks, Joey. Yeah, I'm going to jump off now and get ready for that stream. Billy, random clips saying, "Bye, Joey." Thanks, Billy. Nice one, mate. And Stevie saying, "Thanks, everyone. See you all later." Nice one, Stevie. And come on. Billy is saying, "See you all later." Thanks, Billy. And yeah, we'll go and get on to it, see if I can get on this Liverpool stream. And Billy, bye, guys. Thanks, Billy. Cheers, mate. Speak to you soon. Look after yourself as well. If you're going to game as well tomorrow, stay safe. And Stevie is saying, "Thanks, Billy." Right, guys, I'm going to jump off quickly, go and get ready for this other stream. Thank you very much for all your positivity. Apologies, I've had to quickly race through those comments, but want to try and get on to the next stream. So hopefully I carry the conversation on with you guys over there on the next stream. But if you're not able to join me on the next one, not a problem. Thank you very much for coming, getting involved in this one. Take care, look after yourself, guys, and stay safe. Bye for now.